Hello, everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the Essential ChatGPT Gemini DALL-E Midjourney and Stable Diffusion tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 11, where I'll be showing you guys that how you will be able to generate using DALL-E, like how you will be able to generate image using DALL-E. Okay, and I'll tell you that how you can use DALL-E for free if you don't have the subscription for GPT 4.0. Okay, so I'll be telling you guys how you can basically do that, how you can download those images, use DALL-E. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So over here on my screen, as you guys can see, now I'm here in my search engine. So you guys can use any search engine over here. And basically we already know. And in our first chapter, I do have given a small introduction about DALL-E. So DALL-E is a pretty cool website, which is by ChatGPT. Okay. And this one is basically available in Bing as well. Okay. So from where we will be using DALL-E. So it actually takes some prompt for you. And once you give up that particular prompt, it will just generate an image accordingly. Okay. So now let's come over here. And if you do want to use DALL-E for free, then you guys can just type bing.com/create. Okay, so over here make sure to search, and if you just click on enter, basically it will redirect you into this particular Bing page. Okay, so over here you guys can see that this is basically powered by DALL-E 3. Okay, so DALL-E 3 is basically the latest version of DALL-E. Okay, so previously it was DALL-E 2, but now this is DALL-E 3. So basically over here, as I was telling, that it will basically create you some kind of images right over here. Here you guys can see on my right hand side that I do have these images which are created by DALL-E itself. Okay, and also there are two different ways of how you will be able to do that. If you just go to bing.ai, from there also you guys can create some images as well. Okay, so let's try to understand this thing, and let's try to tell AI that what kind of image am I looking for. Okay, so I do have already downloaded, or I do have already created a few of the prompts over here. Okay, so here you guys can see that these are few of the prompts of creating an image for myself. So if I do want to create an image which is a realistic 3D image of a high-tech lab, and this lab filled with advanced scientific equipment, computer screens displaying data, robotic arms performing experiments. So let's come here. Let's copy this using Control C from my keyboard, and let's come here. Let's click Control V, and over here, if I do want to make any kind of changes, let's say here it will create me a realistic 3D image with a high-tech laboratory. Okay, so I am trying to create a lab with some high-tech and advanced scientific equipment, and here I want that it shows me a computer screen which displays data, and which also have robotic arms performing experiments, and the room is brightly lit with white walls and a clean sterile environment. Okay, so instead of this, if I tell that the room is brightly lit with yellow, or let's type slight yellow wall and a clean, sterile environment. So scientists in lab coats are working on various projects, and there is a large window with a view of futuristic city outside. So here you guys can see I do have given a lot of command through this. So what DALL-E will basically do is DALL-E will try to understand my prompt. Okay, so first they'll see that, okay, that he is asking me to make a 3D image. And 3D image of what? So there comes my second prompt of a high-tech lab. And likewise, it will just go down and check all of my prompts and create me an image accordingly. So these are the images which are being created in DALL-E as well. And if you just hover your mouse on top, you guys can see that what were those commands or what were those prompts that are being used to create this particular image. So the image which my mouse is right now, this is the prompt which is being used, which is a child flying a kite in a park with other kids playing in the background. So let me come here. Let me click on join right over here. And here you guys can see that my image is being created by AI right now. Okay. So what I can do is I can come here and basically I can see that my image is basically being created. Okay. So over here you guys can see that these are the 4 images which are created right here for me. And now if you want to check those images, just click over them once. And here, so here, using my prompt, I do have created these 4 images. Okay. So over here, if you just check those images, and from here, basically, you guys can select the image which is appropriate for you. Okay. So here, I feel that this particular image looks great. Okay. So I do have a slight yellowish color. And outside, if you just take a look, it shows a futuristic world. Okay. And also, if you do want to customize it, you guys can just click on customize. And over here, you guys will be able to customize your image from Microsoft Designer. Okay. So if you do want to put out any kind of text and stuff, any kind of logos, if you want to actually upload more medias, you guys can do that. If you need to crop it out, you guys can basically crop this one out as well. Okay, so this is the designer part. If you do have any experience regarding any kind of photo editing or image editing, you guys will get a better idea about this particular interface right over here. Okay, so for now I'll just close this thing down. And also, if you have liked this image, here you guys can just click on download, and that particular image will basically get downloaded. Okay, so now let's come down, let's just close this image up. And here also, if you want to get or explore different ideas, just click on explore ideas. And over here, you guys can basically see that here you do have all of these images which are created by DALL-E itself. Okay, so here you guys can see realistic image of a bouquet of flowers made of diamonds. And here on top, you guys can see that you do have these particular coins over here. So here there are 14 coins, and here it shows that you have 14 boosts for today. Okay, so you can use your boost to create images more quickly. If you run out, image generation may take longer. Okay, so normally you guys will be able to use it for free, but every day they will be giving you around 15 keys. Okay, or these 15 tokens over here, which will actually help you to create some kind of or this particular images quite easily. Okay, so if you do want to click on surprise me, what it will do is you guys will see that it will create you an image right over here with its understanding. Okay, so over here you guys can see the creating in a process. So over here, if you do want to change it, let's come here, and over here you guys see the prompt basically will change. And now with this particular prompt, if you do want to create anything, here you guys can see the image is basically being generated. So over here, you guys can basically see that over here also I do have created this particular number 2 made out of lips. Okay. So on the right hand side, if you just click on this image, each and every prompt will basically create you 4 images. And here you guys can check out all your recent works. And if you do want to hide the failed ones, you guys can turn it on. If you want to show the failed uh, prompts as well, you guys can just come here and turn it off back again. So let me just turn it on because I don't want to see my failed searches right over here. And each and every time you do provide a prompt over here, and here you guys will be able to see that it will just decrease 1 boost each and every time. Okay, so this is about being right over here, and you guys can basically create some kind of logo as well. Okay, so logo for a food delivery company. Okay, so I want to create a logo for a food delivery company with black background and the logo should include the name of, let's put double quote, one stop delivery. Okay, so if I do want to have this one in my logo, and let's double quote, and if I just click on enter, here you guys can see now it's basically creating me a logo for a food delivery company. Okay, so let's see how this AI will basically generate me an image right over here. And as you guys can see, here they do have given me few of this logo, which will take me hours if I try to create those. Okay, so over here you guys can see that you guys can just come here, you guys can just download any of this. Let's go with this one. Okay, so if you do need to make any changes, you guys can come here and you guys can make those changes as well. Okay, so over here you guys can see, and once you're done, let's say you like one of this, you guys can click on those, and if you do want to save it, you guys can save it. Otherwise you guys can just click on download and it will be downloaded. So this is how you guys use DALL-E over here, and I'll show you the other way of how to use DALL-E for free. So let me just create up a new tab over here, and now you guys can just type Bing, or let's come here and let's type Bing AI. Okay, and let's click on enter, and here you guys can see on top I do have this Bing website. So I'll just click on Microsoft Copilot in Bing. Okay, let's come here, let's select this one, and here basically you guys can see that now I do have the Bing AI, and underneath you guys can see that also I do have the option over here for searching my things out. Okay, so if you want to actually have a new topic, let's say like creating a new chapter which you have seen in Gemini and ChatGPT, you guys can do that. And also there are different copilot GPTs. Like if you do want them to act as a designer, they will act as a designer. If you do want them to act as a vacation planner, if you do want them as a cooking assistant or a fitness trainer, they will basically act in that particular way. So if you want them to act in a particular way, then you guys can just select anyone from this, and you guys can just ask your question according to the copilot that you have selected. So Over here also you guys will be able to generate image. Okay, let me come here into my notepad, and I do have all of these things right over here. Like these are different kind of prompts, and let me go with this particular prompt which says a detailed 3D rendering uh, medieval castle interior. Control C, and let's come here and let's click on Control V. And now let's come to this particular option, and over here I do want to tell that image of a detailed 3D rendering medieval castle interior. So if I come here, and now let's see what it actually uh provides you with. Okay, so here you guys can see that it is basically not able to provide images, however. Okay, but it can basically give you a detailed description of such medieval castle right over here. Okay, so over here now, if you just go on to the notebook option, and here if you want to just type what's on your mind with a detailed prompt, collaborate with Copilot, and you guys can just enter and submit a message, and Copilot will basically create that particular content for you. So let me just come right over here, and if I tell that, can you generate me images? Okay, so I will just click on tab. Let's click on submit, and let's see what it will reply. Okay, so over here now you guys can see it shows that I apologize for the inconvenience, but now it's unable to generate or provide images. Okay, so over here basically you guys can add an image. Let's come here and let's go upload it from device. Let's select this one, let's open this image up, and here if you want to tell me more about this image, and if I just click on enter, here you do want to know, and here basically they're trying to analyze the image, and I'll just wait right over here. And here you guys can see this one kind of seems there might be some confusion. The image you're referring to is actually a logo for a service named One Stop Delivery. Okay, so over here you guys can see that this particular thing is not an image, but it's basically a logo which I'm referring to. Okay, so here you guys can basically work quite like this using the Microsoft Bing as well. And over here you guys can actually use 15 of these tokens daily to create images according to yourself. So if you do know how to create your prompt quite properly, because if this same thing you want to do with some graphic designing tool like Illustrator, if you want to do it using Photoshop, it will take a lot of time. But DALL-E, it's actually creating me all of those within just a few clicks. So it's saving my time, and as well, it's saving a lot of effort at the same time, and it's giving me a variety of options. So yeah, I hope this class was clear on how you will be able to create images using DALL-E for free. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter where we'll be learning more about AI. Okay, so see you all. Till then, take care and goodbye, everyone.